Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.
The plot has thickened and the drama has intensified as the Sac Joaquin section basketball playoffs have moved past the opening round and into the quarterfinals. And tonight, Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is in Elk Grove, where this evening the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack play host to the invading Weston Ranch Cougars. Good evening and welcome to our telecast this evening here from Cosumnes Oaks, along with Venerable Lauren Goodman. I'm Will James. We welcome you aboard, and I think you've got a real treat here coming up with this matchup. Two excellent ball clubs, very similar in a lot of ways, and definitely the type of teams that are crowd pleasers.
Absolutely. 14 facing the 6. It's going to be a really big matchup, but I think these two teams, they mirror each other almost in similar styles, getting an opportunity to see them both early in the year. They've developed so much, and I mean, this playoff atmosphere, this is a ball game you definitely want to be at.
It is, and you're here, so are we. And we can tell you that the last outings for these two ball clubs were wild. It was opening round action just a couple days ago, and as you can see here, Weston Ranch had to travel. They were a play-in ball club, having to face an extra game, and they went all the way to Folsom from Stockton. However, as you see there, Goody, they came up big.
Yeah, being able to play the back-to-back games didn't really bother the Western Ranch Cougars as they were able to lead wire to wire. The 20-point first quarter really set the tone, especially on the road, which they've been doing really well all year. Even the late surge by the Bulldogs weren't enough as they were able to hold off and avenge the early 74-54 loss to Folsom on January 4th.
A huge victory for the visitors tonight. They had their hands full, as did Cosumnes Oaks. Tonight, all bets are off. A lot of folks feel that this is an evenly matched team.
Very much so. Western Ranch has been known for being a really well program. They got moved up this year to the D1 level, and I mean, they've been performing really well. And they played a preseason to match that, but in that first opening round, you see Oak Ridge and Cosumnes Oaks. It came down to the wire. We got an opportunity to sit courtside in that one. Hot start by the Trojans. They came out really, really aggressive, but the pack exploded in the second quarter. 20-point second half, and then a lead at halftime with the 5 points, and then we watched him kind of go back and forth. But big games by Robinson. He really needs to step up, and he showed it in that first round. Miller came in with 11 as well, and they were able to avenge an early loss to Oak Ridge, 54-52 early in the season.
Very unique characteristics for these two squads, knocking off teams that beat them earlier in the year to earn a spot in tonight's matchup. They didn't get here without the help of impact players.
Well, you see right here, let's start with the clutch Cougars. Quilton, Lindsay, and Wilburn. They're a big three to be messed with. Really balanced attack. can score and can rebound, and they bring it all for the Cougars. But on that other side, the home team, Wally Wolves, you see Rayberg. He's been explosive, familiar name from that football team earlier that had that really magical run. But Chris Childs and Miller, they come in a tandem, inside out. I think really Childs is going to have a big game, but Miller has performed really above and beyond, had big games against Sheldon earlier in the season, and he's been doing it all for the Wolves.
And we should say that Cosumnes Oaks has probably the best balance of a 9 or 10 person rotation. 8 or 9 of them are averaging 6 points or better. So the subs that do come in can score.
Yes, they can, and they really bring a balanced attack, probably one of the deepest rotations here in this playoffs left.
And that's what it takes. I don't believe that the Cougars go as deep. They're probably going to stick to a tight 7-player rotation. We'll see how they hold up as far as endurance and stamina and being on the road. Well, that's the way we've got it set up for you right now. Boys D1 quarterfinal round. We're here in Elk Grove tonight for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Cosumnes Oaks playing host to Weston Ranch. Don't wander off because we'll be right back to continue our pregame show. Stay with us.
What is it, Julia? Why are you so excited, honey? Hey, do you want to use your talker? With Julia's autism, using a talker can help her find the words she wants to say.
My dog.
You want to do something with Rose, Julia?
Play ball.
Do you want to play catch with Rose? I think Rose is excited to play catch too. Oh, Julia, you show us so many different ways to talk together. Oh, and play. Good catch, Rose. Okay, give Julia the ball. There you go. Okay, throw the ball, Julia. Oh,
For Julia's family, early screening for autism made a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Okay, Julia, there you go. Oh, another good throw. That's the way.
Welcome aboard. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week originates this evening in Elk Grove. We are here at Cosumnes Oaks High School for a boys Division I quarterfinal round playoff matchup, and the host Wolfpack taking on the Weston Ranch Cougars from Stockton. This figures to be a very athletic, very highly intensified ball game. Both rosters feature lots of athleticism, star power on both ball clubs, and exciting players that have gained recognition throughout the course of the regular season and in the first round when they had to win to advance to this stage. So we've got an excellent matchup for you tonight, and particularly regarding Western Ranch's appearance here in tonight's contest. In speaking with head coach Chris Teven in his 8th season guiding Western Ranch, when they had the team gathered together to watch the seedings show, they were shocked, stunned that they were relegated to a 14 seed and as a result forced to play an extra game to get into the main bracket.
Yeah, it was a very interesting setup as well. When I watched the seedings, I thought Weston Ranch had more than enough to perform and probably get into a regular bracket seed, but they weren't. And just talking to Coach Teven, they're really excited about his ball club and, you know, facing all challenges. That's kind of how the mentality has to be in this playoffs.
Well, both teams are ready to rock, and I know there's some important keys in this ball game that you have identified, Lauren.
Oh, yeah, and it's big as we see one team's done really well on the road and one team has done really well at home. And so these two are going to counteract each other as though they're in those positions. But controlling the tempo is going to be really important. Setting the tone and how they want to play their style of basketball is really key. And then being able to know when to pull it out and be reserved. I think it's really important that they win the rebounding battle. Something that for highest rebound right now for CO is 5.5 rebounds. That's just not enough to get it done, and they have a really balanced attack for Western Ranch. I think the team that can secure more possessions, whether it's offensively or defensively, that's going to be really, really important. Thirdly, I think that you got to make free throws down the stretch. I mean, we got an opportunity to actually see Cosumnes Oaks, and they kind of struggled, kind of 50-50 range in the free throws in the fourth. You got to make free throws in the fourth quarter if you really want to win ball games. And then last but not least, it's really important that you lay it all out on the court, give it everything you got. You don't have a game tomorrow. I just talked to Coach Crichton, and he said, we don't have a practice tomorrow to evaluate how we played bad and see what we can fix. It's either win or go home, and you have to leave all of it out on the court.
And you mentioned the importance of rebounding and offensive rebounding and extra possessions. And just 2 days ago in that narrow victory over visiting Oak Ridge, we saw the Trojans on a few different occasions get as many as 4 and 5 opportunities at the bucket because of their offensive rebounding.
Yes, they did. And Cosumnes Oaks, that had to be something that they wanted to address coming into today's game because Western Ranch has really good rebounding guards. So it's important that the guards don't sleep tonight. They secure their box outs. The extra possessions are so key. A big part of it, people want to say it's the score that wins the game. The team that has the most possessions has a better opportunity of winning the game as well.
That's a fact. You don't have to have the best shooting percentage in order to score the most points. If you get more field goal attempts, that can be done. But tonight, both clubs are going to, as you said, focus on protecting the basketball. The narrow losses we've seen so far in opening round action have come to pass largely because of the team's inability to hold on to the rock.
Yeah, turnovers. And it's something that's been going on all season long, but now it's important that you stress it, and that's why it's so important that coaches address the turnovers issue early so that you can minimize that. Once you get down the playoffs, you have to take care of the basketball.
Well, we're also going to focus heavily on an area that has been lacking all the way across the board around the region, and that's free throw shooting. And in high-pressure games like this, it's essential to be able to knock down your free throws, and all teams have struggled.
Yes, layups and free throws, and we've been talking about that nonstop all season long.
Well, we have a little treat here with a vocalist from Cosumnes Oaks High School, Ms. Love, to do the honors. An awesome banner. One of the most difficult songs to vocalize, particularly a cappella, demanding great range. Evelyn Love with our national anthem. Well, Weston Ranch comes in with a mark of 19-11, 10-2 in the Valley Oak League. Let's take a look at their starters under head coach Chris Teven in his 8th season. Titus Haley, Myson Coylton at the guard positions, and Wilburn, Lindsay, and Johnson along the front. And that is a talented group. You saw them earlier in the season, Goody.
Yes, I got to see them 2 times. Got to see them in the season opener, then later in January. And so this team is really developed and grown. I think they're really well. They can stretch the floor. They can shoot the ball really well. And then they've had multitudes of dudes go for 30s and almost 40s. So they can score really well, and they want to get up and play up tempo. I think this is a really, really good ball club. Really got underranked at that 14 seed, and they're going to put on the show tonight.
Now for the starting 5 of the Cosumnes Oaks Wolfpack. Billings and Childs working with Xavier Robinson, Darius Lester, and Ravenna Miller, team captain, he and Childs. And again, they have excellent balance and a deep bench.
And it's not a mad motto. I think as a first-year coach, he's done a really tremendous job of really resurfacing the program, but also finding value in all your players. I'm okay if you have a big roster, but utilize all of those guys. And that's something that the CO staff has done really well with, that supports Coach Cried. He talks about it all the time. He has a tremendous group of assistant coaches that he believes in, and they have different coaches that can find different sparks in other players, and that's why they have that tremendous depth.
Sheridan Cright guiding the Wolfpack to a 19-win season in his first season at the helm, and a 7-5 finish in a very tough Delta League. So here we are, Miller tapping for Cosumnes Oaks, opposed in the jump circle by Gavin Wilburn. And veteran officials David Cooley, our referee, working with umpire Raymond Salazar. We are underway, and the Cougars have first possession. On the point, Titus Haley, a mini guard, giving away some size on the point there to Xavier Robinson.
When we see the Wolfpack, they come out in their 3-2 zone. That gives them more length and more depth so they can get out going.
Corner jump shot is drained beautifully. Lindsay, who carries a 17-point scoring average, has a 3-ball from the corner.
Lindsay can score in flurries. He's not a player. As you see a turnover there by CO.
Snap it up the sideline. Defense is back, but slashing inside, missing the reverse layup is Lindsay. Here come the Wolfpack. Down. Layup cashed in beautifully there by Childs. Racehorse the other way. Down. Coylton. Bang, bang, bang.
Big body Coylton. He's going to cause some difficulty today for the Wolfpack if they don't stop him early.
Childs a miss from the baseline. Soaring rebound and a whistle and a foul. Well, I'll tell you, Lester skied on that. And Lester called for the foul. That was a good rebounding battle there. At the stripe, Lester trying to pull his team a little bit closer, drops the first one.
And we talked about Lester prior to the game, but here he shows his ability to crash the boards really, really hard and aggressive. He gets that extra opportunity and gets to the free throw line.
Lindsay picked up his first foul, and here's Lester knocking down 2 free throws. Fouls on Johnson. Correction. So we got a 5-4 game. Pass into the backcourt, and it's a, wow. Coach Teven is really upset along that far sideline. indicating a deflection on the play, but it's a turnover on Weston Ranch.
That was one of those awkward wins, but it's the playoffs. You got to hustle after everything. Don't make any excuses.
Childs, return pass, pull-up jump shot, missed. Rebounding effort by Miller, and a whistle and a foul after that missed shot taken there by Robinson. Myson Coylton called for his first foul, second team foul, timeout taken. It comes early in the game at the 6:32 mark. It's a 30-second timeout. The Cougars want to talk it over, and there's veteran coach Chris Teven.
And I already know what he's saying. Box out. 2 explosive rebounds. Miller and Lester coming in untouched to get rebounds. It can't happen, and they both resulted in fouls. So it's really important that they secure the box outs in that motion. You saw him getting wide, showing the arms where he can have his hands up, but also secure it. He knows what's at stake, and obviously he respects the CO Ball Club and how they can rebound.
Cougars on the floor. Wolfpack breaks their huddle. Inbound play will come from baseline left from Childs with the Pack down 5-4. Slap of the ball. Inbound comes out deep to Billings near midcourt. Robinson to Billings, double teamed. Childs down.
Chris Childs getting to the start that we definitely know that the Wolfpack needs him to have. Good 2 strong buckets to start.
A block shot out of bounds to the Cougars. Good defense that time to smother that layup try. Lindsey had his shot blocked, but was giving away a lot of size on that. Lob and a field goal. Wow. And a whistle. A foul against the Wolfpack. The bucket by Wilburn.
At the line, shooting 1, number 32, Gavin Wilburn.
Free throw, got it. Miller committed the foul, his first team foul. 3-point play, Wilburn. Well, the Cougars piling up some fouls here.
That foul is called on the Cougars. That is the 3rd team foul.
So the foul's on Wilburn. A kick out to Miller. They give it back. A layup blocked out of there on the shot by Lester.
It was a good find on the offensive end, but better defense by Weston Ranch.
Lester will inbound. Right baseline into Miller. Feed it inside. Lester to Childs now. Intercepted on a poor pass. Euro step crossover, missed. One and done. Up the floor pushing. Here come the Pack. Jump shot missed. Good box out and rebound.
I know Robinson wish he has that one back. That's a nice little pull-up jumper for a guard. Just short.
Corner J on the way. A miss that time by Haley. Return shot missed. Tip in. Down. Nice offensive board work. Timeout CO after that bucket by Johnson.
Good timeout by Coach Cripe. Way to get the stop before it kind of got out of control. As you see Weston Ranch getting a run right here.
30-second timeout called for by the Pack at the 5:04 with a 10-6 Weston Ranch lead. And you can see already, based on tempo and athleticism with some serious hopping.
The physicality in tonight's game is probably one of the strongest that you're going to see in the D1, but here we go on a highlight run. And that started by Johnson. He got the big-time block on Lester. And then he comes back, good find down low, and then got the off-rebound tip-in. Just one hand. I mean, when you got that height and that size, you got to use it to your advantage. That was a good read. Nobody boxed you out on the weak side. And the Western Ranch bench is loving it.
Some token pressure. It's beat down the sideline by Childs. Feed inside, layup, missed. Tough luck on that play. Well designed. Billings with the miss.
Like the execution, but they got to finish it.
Coylton standing and holding as we near midway first. Jay on the way, pops off long. Billings has it slapped away, out of bounds to the pack.
And again, you see Western Ranch come out immediately in the press, and Coach Teven on the other side using that sideline.
Beat the press. Billings feed to Miller. Fadeaway Jay, no good.
Western Ranch wanted to travel on there. I think he just lost it going up midair, but good defensive stop. Lindsey unable to get a good look there, and they get it back.
Boy, they sure forced the issue on all those transition opportunities.
Yes, they're trying to attack with a purpose, and you see Coach Teven right now talking because he wants to get some contact on those. And it may be, but this is playoff atmosphere, and they're not going to just give it to you automatically because you're driving hard. Now they're going to examine it since he made something to say about it.
The inbound nearly burnt the pack again, but a miss at point-blank range by Coylton, who would like to have that one back.
And it's getting intense in here for sure.
This is every bit of what we anticipated in this game and has not disappointed.
Well, Woodbourne is a mean, big and green fighting machine down there in the middle. And you see right here, just a little tangle up, threw it off his back, and missed a bunny. Got to make that one right there. Heads up play, and then you just got to scuffle. And now you look at who the people's in this scuffle. I mean, you probably got the toughest of the tough for both teams. So it knew it was going to end that way, but I like to respect being able to fight for a play, get up, slap each other on the back, and then continue to play.
Childs cautiously up the floor. Swing it. Here's Rayberg. Blocked at the bucket on a layup try, and Childs is hurt, grabbing his lower back.
And he fell pretty hard, and the Western Ranch bench is upset, and I totally understand why, because they had possession, but player is injured.
Miller, excuse me. That was a hard fall. You could hear all the way down the block.
And he's going to have to come out for a possession. That was a good find by Rayberg. Just better defense with the hands. He's going to have to find a way to bring it down, but the frustration right now by Coach Teven is they didn't have the basketball. You can't stop play because you have an injury. There has to be an intentional foul or something like that, or a timeout from Western Ranch. That didn't happen. They just stopped play immediately, and that could have probably been an easy layup because they had a 5-on-4 right there.
He knows the rule book, doesn't he?
Absolutely. And I mean, you got to be frustrated at that. That's a possession that you take away where they probably could have extended it by 6.
As it is, a 4-point Cougar lead, 3:40 to go. Flip side, quarter number 1. Nice to have you with us tonight. Boys D1 quarterfinal playoff round. Drive it inside. Wilburn, the layup, down. Quickly up the floor.
And one thing I haven't seen yet is you see Lester taking the 3 right there, air ball, but
Kick out.
good defense.
It surely was, and you know who that was.
I wouldn't expect anybody else. The fastest player in the gym probably right now made a play on that. He got some of the quickest hands on the football field, led the Delta in interceptions, and you see him right here coming in. Sniper, no swiping. That was a good defensive possession right there.
Well, Ishmael Rayberg, all-around athlete. Tremendous defensive play to save that bucket. Nevertheless, out of bounds to the Cougars. They'll inbound from the right baseline. Coylton to send it in. 3:12 left here in the first. A quick inbound, stripped away and grabbed. The steal registered there beautifully by Hansen. Up the floor, Childs, reverse layup, missed. Jumper, Rayberg, no good. Tapped and grabbed, controlled by the Cougars, but here's a turnover and a layup on a steal and bucket by Childs.
Childs playing big right now and being all the spark that the Wolfpack need, and he's really controlling the offensive tempo.
Drive the lane. Wilburn will not be denied. He's going to go to the stripe.
That is the second team foul call.
Not at all. Now, this is the thing that I'm confused as we see Coach Kreit right now talking to Hansen on the side, and this is how that play kind of developed. The strong push still, when we see Childs playing defense, they picked up immediately. But Cosumnes Oaks has to do a better job of staying in there and taking charges. Why are you trying to jump with these athletes like that? It makes absolute no sense.
Free throw number one, dropped by Wilburn.
And you got to think a couple key charges here, 1 or 2 pickups. Now you get in foul trouble, and it's really important that these teams are able to be able to take advantage of that situation because they're driving extremely hard.
The free throw missed, but a foul evidently on the Cougars.
That foul is called on the Cougars. That is the 4th team foul call on the Cougars.
Four team fouls on the Cougars. We've got still a stoppage here. Referee David Cooley at the timetable.
And there was discussion because Colton picked up his 2nd foul.
Up the floor, Childs into the front. Pull up Jay from the elbow. Back rim, no. Leaping rebound, Childs. Rayberg down. 3-ball.
We got a ball game on our hands right now, Will, and it's getting intense. Starting to fill up, more and more fans coming. I mean, this is a perfect high school atmosphere night.
2-minute mark, first quarter, 13-11, Weston Ranch. Wilburn way over the top for a turnover. 4th turnover on Weston Ranch.
Number 4, Tashad Johnson.
Quickly into the front. Here come the pack. Blocked out of there on the layup try by Hansen.
And Johnson, with his length and his wingspan, he could do a tremendous job of blocking the ball. And I like that he has perfect timing right now. Not trying to go excessively swipe at him, but timing him perfect so he can get the block.
Highly regarded freshman Cody Weary into the ball game for the Cougars. He wears number 22. Dribble drive, Rayberg layup, missed. Leaping rebound over the top. Layup, down.
Freshman
There he
coming in, immediately making an impact.
15-11. Rayberg wants another one. Down!
He's on fire.
A pair of 3 balls off the bench for Rayberg has pulled the Wolfpack within 1.
He's been coming off the bench on and off throughout the season, had a couple starts, but he's such a spark off the bench for them.
Wilburn, a miss. Tip try, missed. Weary, excellent leaper. Tied up in between 2 defenders. Well, there he is.
That was a good rebound by Childs, and then even better to find the kick out, Rayberg. Hand down, man down. That's simple. Another one. Oh, you're not guarding me too late? Sorry, got him.
Less than a minute remaining here in the first. Action has been superior in this opening period. Up the floor, Ishmael Rayberg cautiously. Feed the post, a loose ball tapped away. And a quick traveling call by David Cooley.
Combination of not being strong or kind of a little low side bump on that one, but stays Cosumnes Soaks ball.
Jackson Orban in for the Pack, checking out Hansen. So it'll be baseline inbound coming from Miller. Hartman, number 1. A good scorer off the bench for the Wolfpack. Out of bounds, turnover Wolfpack. Well, I'll tell you, head coach Chris Stephen, very animated.
Very. I like it though. Those are my favorite type of coaches. Reminds me of myself. He's really putting in work, showing the passion, not only in how he's coaching, but how he's leading his team.
Lindsay, defended by Rayberg. What a matchup there. Split the D, layup down.
And you got to take a charge right there.
They beat the buzzer with a layup, and after 8 minutes in a wild one, visiting Weston Ranch on top 17-14. Don't walk away. We'll be right back.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Well, we have been treated thus far to an outstanding opening quarter here in this boys Division I quarterfinal playoff round. Host Cosumnes Oaks trailing Western Ranch 17-14. Lots of exciting up and down action. I do not believe that will stop.
No, it's not. They both play that frantic way, and they're going to continue to do that all ball game.
Cougars with the rock. Titus Haley sends it back on top to Wilburn. Big mismatch there.
But you see a lot of shift in that zone with Rayberg at the top. His speed is undeniable. He's really closing out strong on all these Western Ranch players.
Beautiful baseline drive miss, but a tip in sweetly knocked in that time. And making his presence known, Johnson with the bucket. We talked about blocking out and offensive rebounding.
And now we see a switch from Western Ranch. They in the man-to-man, and it's going really crazy right now. And they got a shooter in finally for CO.
Miller swatted out of there by Weary. And that was outrageous.
Pump fake just led to another 6'6" player who can block it.
Western Ranch being called for lots of fouls. That one called on Lindsay, I believe. Inbound to Rayberg, fire away, short this time. Rebound pulled by Miller. Rayberg a return, Jay, got it.
And it's seeming like right now, offensively, it's going to have to come between the guards. So it's going to have to be Chris Childs and Rayberg having a combination, and hopefully they can get another guard in the offensive swing. But in the inside, it's all Western Ranch.
Nice ball movement. Open daylight, gunning, down. How about that? Not normally a scorer. Titus Haley drops the 3. Timeout taken by Weston Ranch. And it's a full. Well, it'll be interesting to be in the middle of that Cougar huddle to hear what Chris Stevens got to say.
And his energy and enthusiasm. He wants them to continue to push the throttle and keep their foots on their necks. There's no knock to Cosumnes Oaks. Obviously, they have a cool, calm, and collected staff and how they get it together. But right now, Coach Stevens wants them to continue to apply pressure. In a game like this, the more you can dig a hole right now is so significant to how the rest of the game comes back. Fighting in the passenger seat and playing from behind is really, really difficult for any team to do, especially in this playoffs.
Well, the gym continuing to fill. Later rivals filling in some spaces. Still not occupied. And we had a battle of the cheerleaders on opposite baselines. No doubt, playoff intensity, playoff atmosphere.
25-15.
So Cosumnes Oaks will have the basketball. Rayburg to inbound as the Cougars show some token pressure up the floor. Tap away, run down there by Billings. Push it hard down the slot. Feed Miller. Missed! Rebound yanked and blocked away by Miller.
That is the 15th foul called on the Cougars.
Johnson called for the foul. His second.
Now, I don't know how Cosumnes Oaks is going to be able to score in the inside right now because Western Ranch is just playing such a tremendous job on the defensive end.
Rayburg defended there by the shorter Haley. Drive it strong, Childs, tapped away, out of bounds to the Wolfpack. 5 team fouls now on Western Ranch. Some of those questionable. A lob. Hartman's got it on top, working against the taller Weary, who swats it out of there.
There's no mercy around here. The addition of this young kid is definitely giving them so much more length and depth, and you see the Western Ranch bench right now just in a totally different mindset of how they need to execute to get to the next level.
Childs to Rayburg. Early here in the second at the 6-minute mark. 22-16 Western Ranch. Billings in the paint. Gets it to Hartman.
Hopefully they're aware of the shot clock.
A miss on the drive. 3 Cougars there to rebound.
And big bodies. Not just that they're there, but they're also extremely big. Here's another one from the corner.
Haley, a miss this time. Here's Childs on the run. Sends it ahead. Rayburg down.
That's one person that's not scared to get his shot blocked, and he's tough enough to go up against the best of them.
The lead trimmed to 4 here. Corner J, Coylton, a miss. Offside board pulled by Hartman.
Now, I don't want to see Western Ranch settle for threes. I mean, they have been unstoppable in the inside and what they can do rebounding.
Rayburg a miss from outside. Uncontested board yanked by Weary.
And that was just a heat check by Rayburg, but he got to play some defense here. Uh-oh.
Tapped away, nearly stolen by Rayburg. Coylton gets it. Feed the side. Down. 3-ball off the wing by Lindsey.
And that's somebody that's not going to miss. He can score in tangents, and you see he shot that one with ease right over the top for all net.
Here's the cutter, Rayburg. Feed Miller. He's been very quiet in this attack so far.
Now, I will say I like the activeness by CO. They've been moving nonstop, and they've made a lot of adjustments offensively since I seen them a day ago.
Miller, a spin move, gets him loose, and a soft touch dropped home.
He needed to see one go in. He's been getting bodied up big time, as you see Coach Sheridan Cright on the sideline.
Miller's first points of the game.
Yes, Miller needed that bucket big time.
Inside, Coylton. Count. Well, he is an outstanding guard. Back the other way, Childs. Nope.
CO needs a rebounder. I like that they're being aggressive to the rim, but when they don't have a rebounder, they don't have more opportunities to get second chance looks.
Wild shot by Coylton, missed. It starts transition for the Pack, and the layup's good by Childs.
Guard play by the Wolfpack has been on point. They're gonna make this third 3-minute subs as they're coming in. They gotta continue to maintain this energy. They're playing extremely well, starting with what they're doing on defense.
Drive it strong, layup, miss, tip in, good. Boy, look at Weary on that offside board.
You talk about one of probably the best freshman rebounders I've seen this season.
Step back, Jay, missed there by Hartman. One and done, transition, and Lindsay down.
That's somebody you gotta stop.
Time out taken by the Wolfpack at the 3:13 mark as the lead has stretched to 31-22. And it's a full timeout for head coach Sheridan Cripe. The Cougars have owned the glass for the most part.
Owned it.
And it has shown up in their opportunities. There has to be more of a dedication for CO in the rebounding department.
Yes, I think they need to do a better job right now of getting in position. We saw Miller try to take a charge right there. They're going to have to take a few things are going to have to shift the game for them to really gain momentum to get back in control, then to execute what they want to do. Obviously, you just saw Miller's first bucket, and it's almost 3 minutes left in the second. Can't happen. He has to do a better job of getting to the basketball, using some pump fakes, maybe even changing and alternating when they drive really hard and kick. They've been successful. It's got to be key, and you see here, it's really important that on the offensive end, they box out. Western Ranch has really owned them in the key, and you see Lindsay gets it. Oh, no box out, wide open shot, and they're getting on Miller, but that's not Miller's fault. It's the other guys as he's contesting the shot. Weak side miss. Here comes another look, but Lindsay, if you don't stop him in transition, you're going to be in trouble. A big thing right now, he has no fouls. No fouls. So how he's been attacking the basket out of control a little bit at some points. You got to be able to step in and take the charge. But I really like the energy and the tempo that Western Ranch is coming out and playing. They are really controlling the tempo, and it's really impacting how Cosumnes Oaks is playing.
I'll tell you, looking at this ball club and what they did in the opening round makes the seedings look ridiculous as a 14.
Yes, there's no reason why Western Ranch was a 14 seed anyways.
Billings on for the Pack, on the point, Coylton defending. Childs to Rayberg, he's been a spark runner, all glass, tapped out long. Here they come, watch out for Lindsay, down! And one.
This kid is not for play.
They have not had an answer for him.
Not at all. But you see here, why are you not getting ready? Pro hop, take the charge on the weak side. You got to be ready. But when you're not and you're going backwards, you're giving him momentum to make the buckets, and he's been a force in transition.
He missed the free throw. 33-22. Into the post.
This is where they got to take advantage. They got to take advantage of it. They have a height advantage, but they're not getting in the inside.
Rayberg J, short. Coylton into the front court for the Cougars at the 2:20 mark.
Got to give credit to Haley. He had that one big three, but he's been playing tremendous defense on the other end.
Down! How about that bank shot?
Bigger, stronger.
Wilburn with the hoop. Lester, back rim, no. Billings, a good rebound. And
that was a settle
foul.
bucket. Settle bucket. Don't get in that hype of having to settle for shots that you don't really need because they're blocking shots in the inside.
On the Cougars. Into the game for the Cougars, number 4, Taylor Pitts.
A little deeper to the Wolfpack bench. We see Coylton go out for the Cougars. And Faber Pitts into the ball game, number 4.
Good, strong, solid defense right there by Weston Ranch. I love their man-to-man matchup and intensity. You see Coach Steven on the sideline trying to contest everything. As Cosumnes Oaks right now been 0 for 4 in the last 4 attempts.
That one a miss by Rayberg on the drive. Take it strong, layup good.
Too big, too strong.
Wilburn.
Now he's
Largest
going on a
lead,
tangent.
15.
And it's an energy shift. You can tell right now Western Ranch is locked and loaded. Cosumnes Oaks has every opportunity to respond as another foul is called. We in the 1-and-1.
That is the 17th foul call on the Cougars. At the line, shooting the bonus, number 2, Chris Childs.
So Childs, his first trip to the stripe, he's got 8 points on 4 buckets. Good on number 1. Just a 55% free thrower, but that one was money.
Took his time right there, was able to make it. And this was good. They got to take a break and get some points on the board.
Missed the second. 1:10 left in the half. 17 fouls on the Cougars, but looks like they might escape without much jeopardy based on the time. Stop and go on Childs. Tough shot missed. Rebound taken on the run, Billings.
Got a hit.
Rayberg a miss. Lester.
That is the 18th foul call on the Cougars. At the line, shooting 2.
I believe
number
it's
0,
Weary
Darius
called for the
Lester.
foul in his first. 18 fouls now, 8-3.
It's a big slight there, and it's because the Western Ranch physicality, they haven't adjusted yet in the officiating staff, and you can tell that, and that's what you see in the foul call difference.
And the bucket.
Spin the replay dial as Lester hits the first.
And he's been rebounding really good. You see there, he got an offensive rebound, just went into the contact, hands straight up, but call it.
That was some serious jumping right there. 2 for 2 for Lester, 4 for 4 on the night. Badly needed free throws. 37-25. .40 seconds left in the half. 25 on the shot clock.
We talked about this with CO in Oak Ridge. They play tremendous defense, but they don't play defense with their hands up. They have to contest to prevent those easy drives. And you see they walk down again, kind of letting Western Ranch just sit and get set up. And now you're going to get some execution.
5 on the shot clock. Left-handed Jay missed badly. Rebound by Weary. Shot clock violation.
Very heads-up play by Chris Childs right there, not to touch it, no rim. So they got probably if he would have touched it, it would have been out on Cosumnes Oaks, but heads-up play by him and keeps the possession, and they got 12 on the clock where they can get one shot going in to make this a 10-point game.
Jackson, Oregon.
Ten on the clock. Childs up the floor. Drive it.
Orchestrated that one. Didn't see a foul, but definitely orchestration of the offense. And Chris Childs right now is probably playing his best basketball all year. And Coach Steven is frustrated, and I completely understand right now the discrepancies in fouls. And he's just been coaching, but now he got to give the officials an earful because it's a clear difference.
Free throw. Got it. 3-point play, 3 seconds left. Here's a double team on Finley, loses the rock, and we have gone halfway. A wild one here at Cosumnes Oaks High School in this boys D1 quarterfinal. At the intermission, visiting Weston Ranch on top 37-28. And momentarily, Lauren Goodman will be visiting with
In the third quarter,
our head coach here, Sheridan Cripe from Cosumnes Oaks, whose team came back there in the final minute. Let's bounce it down to floor level. Lauren Goodman, what you got, Goody?
Well, Coach, you guys came out really strong in the first. What helped you get that good, strong start and set the tone out here?
Just getting back to what we're supposed to be doing, just pushing the ball, moving the ball, and just going to the basket.
Now, right now, they kind of got a stronghold on you on the inside. We know Miller is really key in how you score. How do you respond to all their height and the length and how they're defending you in the middle?
We just got to play physical, just master physicality. We're good to go. We got bigs that can play with their bigs. We just got to be focused and get to our spots and just be physical.
When you go in and talk to your team right now, we know you want them to be physical, but what do you feel like is the first thing they need to make as an adjustment so you guys can come out and respond?
Stop the dribble penetration. That's it. Protect the gaps, stop the penetration, and rebound.
Awesome, Coach. Sounds good. Good luck in the second. Will.
Thanks, Goody. Yes, this has been an exhilarating first half here, the type that keeps both cheering sections on edge. Stay with us. Lots more to come on Access, Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week and playoff action.
These are cool. Did you, what did you?
Bye-bye. Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Selfie. Nailed it.
Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Welcome back to the show. We're at the half. Boys Division I quarterfinal. There you see, visiting Weston Ranch on top by 9. Let's turn our attention to floor level and Lauren Goodman. She is standing by with a special guest. Goody?
Yes, Will, it is a special guest here, and I have George Smith, the athletic director here at Cosumnes Oaks. You guys have a terrific turnout. I mean, it's playoff atmosphere for sure. How do you feel as the athletic director to see all of this joy here?
Well, this is quite an accomplishment for our team. This is a team that went 0-12 last year, and now they got to finish third in the Delta League, got a 6th seed in Division I. So, and the crowd, the atmosphere, like I said, is outstanding tonight.
Definitely been a joy. I know we got to see you guys against Oak Ridge, and you guys had the band here. Just a great atmosphere. I know it's basketball season coming to an end, but what's going on with spring sports? I know it's starting here. It's been tremendous weather here in Sacramento. So what's going on with spring sports?
Well, spring sports, I mean, we finally have reached a pinnacle where we have scoreboards for both our baseball and softball teams. And we're looking for good things from both those programs. Our track always is high numbers. Swimming is solid. Boys golf and boys tennis. So things are really popping over here at Cosumnes Oaks with the number of athletes we have out for sports.
Definitely. I was like, right now it seems like, George, you guys have the hot spot. You guys definitely made a transformation with this basketball team. Your girls going undefeated last year and winning the Delta. Football doing tremendously well. I mean, had a great season. What is the secret recipe here at Cosumnes Oaks?
It's just, our kids. We have outstanding kids, great athletes, and our coaches doing a phenomenal job coaching our kids. So everything's starting to come together. And with the development of our school and our surrounding area, people are excited about Cosumnes Oaks athletics.
Well, I got to ask you, as the athletic director, how proud does that make you to be, obviously you're the leader of all this, and to just have it really come into fruition, kind of working out some of those goals and dreams as an athletic director?
Yeah, it is. It's a dream come true for me to be a part of a successful athletic program, but it's all about our coaches, it's all about our kids, and they bought into what we're trying to do with our goals and our morals and our values, and everything's really coming together at this point.
Well, that's awesome, and you can definitely tell every time I've been here, whether it's football season, basketball season, it's just the student athletes are shining, and that's a program you definitely want to be with. Thank you, George, for spending a little time with me. Hopefully it's going to come back your way in the second half. Will.
Thank you, Goody. No, we can't say enough good things about George Smith and how he's handled the program here at Cosumnes Oaks, and always terrific broadcast arrangements when we come calling. We're at the half, and Cosumnes Oaks fought back in the final minute of that second quarter. At one point they trailed by 15 points at 37-22, but they got a couple of breaks and capitalized and wound up being able to pull within 37-28 here at the intermission. So you can best believe that both these locker rooms are buzzing with coaches' conversations with their players, because it's going to be a whale of a second half coming your way shortly. And also shortly, Lauren Goodman will be, as we see her striding to our staging area, with Weston Ranch head coach Chris Teven, whose team is dynamic and on top by 9. Let's turn our attention to Lauren Goodman. Goody?
Yes, well, I finally got him. He's kind of calmed down right now, Coach. You guys made a big swing there in the second. What do you think was key to your start?
Started rebounding, finishing through contact. We're playing really good on-ball defense, which allows us to stay home on the glass a little bit more. Got to continue to get back in transition. Just got to make them shoot everything over the top.
Now, Coach, I know you had to have talked to your team about the officiating. 8-3 in that first half. How do you get your team to block out kind of some of those officials' calls and kind of continue to play through, even though this is a tough one?
No, they're fine. They were a tough team to officiate. Both teams are physical. Just got to play through the contact. We don't want to ever shoot 2 free throws. Either needs to be a layup or an and one. So we're not looking to get bailed out by a foul. So we need to play physical.
Sounds good, Coach. Good luck in the second. Will.
Thank you, Goody. Coach Chris Teven in his 8th year guiding the Cougars, and he has had some of the most spectacular seasons in his 8-year run. For example, last year, 31-2. A couple years before that, 27-5. He has assembled some of the finest ball clubs in this Sac Joaquin section, and this edition is no exception to that, Goody.
No, it is not. This team is playing extremely well. They got the freshman, moved him up, and so it seems like they found the right chemistry at the right time and clicking on all cylinders. But at the same time, we're going to see how some stats and how it broke down.
Well, Great Scott did a beautiful job statistically for us, and you can see that outstanding first half shooting by the Cougars.
Yes, and you see, Coach said it, we're talking about layups. We want to get buckets and get back on defense. We ain't worried about fouls and how that's going to call out, but I think a tremendous job by Cosumnes Oaks to shoot 85% from the free throw line, tied up with the threes, and you see the rebounding battle right now going towards Western Ranch, but in the turnovers, 6-3.
6 turnovers, and was it 8 or 9 team fouls in that first half? Very lopsided, very lopsided. There's a buzz in the stands right now. Lots of anticipation. If we look ahead at our bracket, the winner of tonight's game will face the winner of the Franklin Capital Christian contest,
which right now is 25-15 Capital Christian.
That ball game being played at Capital Christian, but far from over.
Yes.
So Coylton inbounds for the Cougars. Here we go. Wilburn at 6'5", big guard, and can play inside. Working on Childs here. We'll see about adjustments from the locker room. Wheel and deal. A miss. Tip try missed. Childs.
A little more patience to
a reach-in foul.
That is the first team foul called on the Cougars.
Johnson picks up the foul.
It's his third.
After having missed on that nice spin move at the other end of the floor.
And I think they're trying to let Childs orchestrate a little bit more because obviously they have advantage. Not necessarily a big one, but the guard play has been more clicking tonight for Cosumnes Oaks than down low.
So Childs on the point. Slashing inside, tied up, kicks out. Billings to the corner. Drive, Lester's shot blocked.
Oh. That was an interesting call there, but you see, Lester didn't even give the pump fake, and I mean, Weary and Johnson didn't even have to jump. Flat foot block.
We're just underway here in the third. This has been a wild one. Miller, a very quiet performance thus far. Jump shot, down. That woke him up.
And it's been like that, though, pretty much all season. When Miller clicks and gets going, and he pretty much can do whatever he wants, but when he clicks and gets going, you see a better Cosumnes Oaks team.
Skip pass goes to Coylton, wearing some wild-looking shoes, as is Wilburn. Deep J, a miss by Coylton. Nice block out there by Miller. Childs up the floor, playing confident. Missing badly on that one. Deep J, down! Oh my goodness. Lindsay is too much.
Too much, and just a junior. Ooh, that's scary.
Little push, no call. Little bump, no call. Billings a miss. Corner jump shot drained by Childs, and he is playing up.
Big time.
At the other end, a layup knocked down beautifully.
Right back at you.
Lindsay's really something. Pace accelerating. Jump shot missed, rebound Coylton. Lindsay to Coylton, knocked down as he tripped, cutting inside Childs.
Just to reach in unnecessarily, you see that.
I've only got him for one foul. Coylton, cross court. Lindsay, a miss on the runner. Childs playing big tonight.
And we need somebody, either Robinson or Billings, to step up to match what he's setting the tone.
Childs works inside, layup, missed, tough luck. Rebounded by the Cougars, and a brush foul on Robinson. Non-shooting. Second team foul, missed half on the Wolfpack. Sheridan Kright pacing that sideline for the Wolfpack, as is Chris Teven of the Cougars. Coylton left wide open. Down!
Can't happen.
3-ball corner pocket. 45-34, the
Wide
lead.
open shots can't happen right now, Will.
Childs to Miller as we near midway third. Robinson, I don't even know if he's taking a shot tonight. Broken up and stolen by Coylton and fouled by Robinson.
And he fouled unnecessarily right there, just a frustration foul. And they haven't been able to find the other spark, and the big part of it is shooting. I would assume that Orban or even Fitzgerald would get some love, but not yet. Still working with Robinson to see if he can get it going here down the stretch. And you see
the footwear there.
An array of swag out there. This is all high school basketball is about right now. You see on both sides just a colorful combination of kicks. It's a big part of how we play basketball now in the shoot category, who can stand out the most. It's been no short of that today.
30-second timeout has expired. We're midway third at the 4:10 mark. And visiting Weston Ranch sitting on a 45-34 lead. The Cougars will have the basketball. Coylton to inbound midcourt near side. This is a tough ball club from Stockton. Again, I say the 14 seed with a play-in game was ridiculous.
Made no sense whatsoever.
Lindsay, return pass to Wilburn. Muscle shot, missed, follow up, down.
Johnson's weak side rebounding has been no short of perfect. I mean, he just times it so well, and his length is phenomenal.
Robinson a clanker. Miller follows, slapped out of there, and another whistle and foul.
Ooh. They call that on the low side on Haley, but we got to show that block again. I'm sorry. Good job by Miller getting the rebound, but here we go. Johnson said, get it out of my house. They fired him up early in the first, and he hasn't come down off that high yet.
Miller to the stripe. He had a 3-ball early in the half after just a 2-point first half, but knocks down the free throw.
Into the game for Wolfpack, number 11, Ishmael Rayburg.
So Ishmael Rayburg checks back in for the Pack as Miller steadies for number 2, and it pops out.
He needed that one right there for surely. And I'm glad they're actually contesting. Like, something big about CO, they don't play defense with their hands up. As you see, only one person right now with their hands up, which, you know, is one of my pet peeves. But also contesting shots. It can't be any free buckets right now, as we see Johnson on the low post going to work.
Tough luck on that missed follow, but Coylton rebounds. Jump shot missed. Childs steady there under heavy pressure.
Childs been strong, not only offensive rebounds, but just trying to score for his team.
Down! Chris Childs take it on the deuce. Fighting back, Pack within 10.
They got to make a dig right now.
Wilburn, yes.
Too much. Too big, too strong. That's him all night.
Inside, Lester, layup, good.
Like it.
Nicely done, good find, nice touch.
He's been solid, but now this is the moment, third quarter. You got to dig deep and be more than you've been all season. Got to play above and beyond.
Layup missed, and an over-the-back foul spotted against the Cougars.
If my sheet's right, that's his fourth.
Yes, it is.
But, I mean, they sub in a freshman who takes Johnson out. Johnson's a 6'6" senior, and they sub in a 6'5" freshman.
Cody Weary, the 6'5" freshman, and boy, he sparkled.
Yes, and he rebounds extremely well.
Childs fires away, short. Miller's got it, follow up, missed. Leaping rebound, Wilburn.
Wilburn, he's a big fella.
Up the sideline, Coylton, nice grab there. Takes a brush from Rayburg, no call. Deep Jake, back rim no on the miss by Coylton. Loose ball, picked up, layup, down!
And that was an and one all day. And you see Lindsay right now screaming it from the floor because it was a lot of contact on that one.
51-39 after the hoop. Here's a Rayburg J, over and off. Uncontested board. Wilburn. Here's, Lindsay, a kick out. Good.
Get
a
you
three
some
ball
too.
by Haley.
Get you some too, young fella.
Up 15.
It's getting out of control.
Minute left, late third. Shaky pass, grabbed by Billings. Childs sizes it up, drives it, and got it.
Childs he's playing super tremendous. Spin cycle, uh-oh.
Coylton missed the layup.
It was some goaltending on that last one.
Scraps for the rebound. Lindsay a miss. Boy, wild play. 2-on-3. Childs a miss.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
3 players on the deck in a wild scramble.
That is the 4th team foul call on the Cougars. Into the game for Wolfpack, number 24, Jake Hansen, number 10, Jackson Orman, and number 1, Malachi Hartman. Into the game for Wolfpack, number 4, Tashawn Johnson.
Lester out, checking in for the Pack. Johnson. Tashawn Johnson, limited action, but coming on the floor at a big time. Orban lobs into Rayburg. 20 seconds, drive it, layup, down.
You talk about somebody who's not afraid, especially to tap Wilburn, it would be no other than Ishmael Rayburg.
54-43, within 11 now.
Now this is their more defensive group.
Jay on the way, back rim no. And there's a horn ending the third. We've played 3. And Weston Ranch on top, 54-43. We'll be back for more from Cosumnes Oaks High School, Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, it's huge. I know, it's huge.
And the salary.
Oh my god, yes. I
Right?
mean, like, I was about to move in with my parents, and right before, so this saved me.
I really believe in you, you know?
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from someone.
These are cool. Did you, what did you...
Well, here we are entering the 4th quarter, and head coach Sheridan Cright of the Wolfpack has really shaken up his lineup.
Got to give him a different group. And again, I said it's his defensive group before we ended. This went into his defensive-minded group. I think he has more guys that are disciplined and locked in, but also you got to go deep in your bench because you need to give those guys a blow to make a stretch in this last 6 minutes.
No starters on the floor right now. Here's a breakup, but Rayberg salvages. Orban's got the rock. Feed the cutter, blocked.
Easy money.
Coylton grabs it, breaks out of the pack. A bullet to the corner. Air ball missed. Look at that, Lindsay rebound.
A lot of defensive pressure there, but Lindsay handles it all.
He drove it and drew the foul. Disappointed he didn't hit that bucket. That was quite a move right there.
Now, just a side note, we just got a glimpse of the and one Lindsay got here to get here, but the Weston Ranch bench just received a warning.
Good on number one. There you see head coach Chris Teven. He's been giving David Cooley an earful all night. They're going to award the basketball to Cosumnes Oaks, and this ongoing confrontation has been a sideshow tonight.
Man, oh man. We're trying to see what the call is. Is it Cosumnes Oaks ball or is it Weston Ranch?
Well, I heard the announcer say white a couple times. Still confusion prevailing here. Chris Teven along that, as you see right there. I don't know what the point of contention is, but his players are moving off the front line of the bench. So here we go.
And it was just a bench warning. I hope they didn't give him another one.
Drive and a slap foul. Rack him up.
Hartman needed that one. Now we started this quarter now. 2 fouls to the rim for both teams. It's getting interesting.
Oh, interesting. Yes, that that blank could have been filled in with several selections. But at the stripe, Malachi Hartman, a nice touch from there. 70% free throw, where he's got his first point of the game. Averages 8 points a game, but didn't come in until the second half.
He's a different type of guard. I understand why. You know, it's all about matchups right now. Trying to have the right matchups with the right players. He's a little smaller, undersized, more of a stringy guard who likes to shoot. And again, I talked about it earlier. I was wondering when was Cosumnes Oaks going to go to more of their shooting lineup. This is probably the most, and we got another delay, just making the game a little bit longer. As you see on the other side, Coach Teven is the only one pretty much on his sideline other than his assistant coaches.
Pair of free throws for Hartman, 55-45. Drive it strong, Lindsay a miss, Lindsay a follow, got it. Boy, does he get off his feet quick or what?
Without a doubt.
Rayberg, pow! 3 ball.
Rayberg's been a different type of fella tonight.
57-48, Lindsay at the point. Haley sends it to the corner. High post, Coylton, corner J, Haley, down! 3 ball, corner pocket.
He's woken up. Except the first, he's had a 3 every quarter.
6-minute mark, early fourth. Rayberg, down!
Talking about laying it all out there. They haven't lost, and they're trying to get Childs in. An ill-advised turnover there, and they got to go get some money.
Substitutions on for the Pack. Lester back, Childs back.
Number 13, Jordan Johnson.
Weston Ranch sitting on a 10-point lead. They've led by as many as 15 on a couple of occasions. So Childs picks up the rock at midcourt and starts the offense. He's working in the back with Orban.
Taking a little bit too much time to get something going here.
Force J a miss. And a scuffle there with Lester. And they're going to call the little guy for it.
Whoa.
David Cooley with the call.
Whoa. And that's Haley's fourth foul.
Head coach Chris Teben looking on in utter disbelief. Childs has a shot slapped out of there, but he gets it back. Hartman against Coylton.
Why go in trouble?
Tied up.
Why get in trouble? You didn't need to dribble down there. That was good defense by Western Ranch to get and be aware that he went to the corner side and get the trap, and they get him right out of the ballgame.
Robinson in. Hartman out. 5:21 left here in the fourth. Cougars up 10.
Now, I only got one foul for Miller. I don't understand why he's not in the ball game right now. Hasn't made any sense to me. They go back with Robinson. Hopefully they have confidence in the young junior that he can step up, but don't understand why Miller is on the bench right now.
Wilburn would be well advised not to leave that dribble out there too far.
No, because I was going to say Rayburn can get one. No! Oh, my golly. Oh, my golly.
Well, Lindsay called for the charge.
Oh, my golly.
And let's have another
look. Let me get a look. Oh, out of position, but it's going back the other way already.
Childs on the point. His team down 10. Rayburg has had the hot hand.
Miller's back. That's what I want to see. But they got to make a crack right now. This is where it got to come.
Childs a miss. Scrap for the rebound. Miller's after it. Tries to get it to Rayburg, and here's a tie-up.
Oh, they called out of bounds.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is that right?
PSA. We need officials. It's been a shortage this year, so if you got an interest in basketball, think about it. We need more officials, especially in the Sacramento area.
Ooh, daddy. Lester to inbound baseline right.
And Coach Steven, he's got to take a seat right now.
On top. Feed the post. Lester, wild hook misses. Coylton, aggressive rebound.
Too much length by Johnson. I like the defense on that end. Good job for Western Ranch. And you see, Western Ranch is going to slow it up. They have a 10-point lead and feed the big fella down low.
Ooh! Slapped out of there by Lester.
That was a big-time block. By just this 6'5" junior.
Good look at the young man right there, inbound. Wilburn fires from the corner, a miss. Look at this rebounding by the Cougars. Follow up.
A lot of contact. They let them play, Will. They got to make a chip right here.
Rayburg tied up beautifully by Coylton.
Oh. Technical. Oh, my goodness. He called a technical foul. Oh, my goodness.
Raymond Salazar.
Uh-oh. He called a technical. He called it. Oh, my goodness.
Hard to believe.
Oh, my goodness.
Here's another replay.
Shot attempt. He fought for the ball. It was a block.
Well, you got me.
I didn't see it.
Well, it could have been some incidental lip service, but under that type of play, I don't know.
Coach Stephen is, grab a sip of water, Coach. Clear it out.
Rayberg to the stripe. Got it.
Rayberg is having a tremendous game right now, Will. Whoa, and there's a warning now. There's a warning now on Rayberg.
David Cooley, our lead referee, to the sideline. A word briefly with Sheridan Crite.
And even this communication between Cooley and Rayberg was just very awkward.
Awkward. Long pause. Number 2, got it.
I'm smelling overtime, Will.
There's that possibility.
I'm smelling it.
Timeout, CO, it's a full. It comes at the 3:59 midway fourth. Let's take a look at some of these recent plays.
Well, Rayberg, I got him for 19, and you see right here, this is why. Quick little layup under, is undersized, and this gives him that benefit. Then just a little change of speed, give me a pump fake, give me all the bottom of the net. And lastly, you see him coming off. Good one dribble jumper, nobody guards me. I gotta get it. Right now, the difference significantly for CO has been Rayberg and Childs, and they've been playing big.
This crowd coming to life here.
It's extremely rocking right now in here. If you were anywhere else, you got to be sleeping. There's some tremendous ball games going on. And CO is no short of amusement right now.
Well, there is a home crowd salute.
Well, the final is in right now. Jesuit 83-59 Pondo. So Jesuits in that top spot. Rockland also 69-57 over Modesto Christian.
Inbound goes to Childs. Here we go. Strap yourself in. Childs feeds Miller a layup. Good.
Miller with the big time bucket.
That was a beautiful setup by Childs.
Good execution out of the timeout. I love it. And I want them to pressure this. You can't let them delay right now. They swing the ball really well. They have height, they have length. You see right now, but I want to get this 5-second count.
Corner jumper, short, air ball, follow-up, layup. That was way too easy.
They fell absolute asleep right there.
Johnson with the stick in. Lead back to 8. Jump shot, Childs.
Childs, more money, more money, more money. He's ice cold right now.
Childs and Rayberg have carried the Wolfpack.
Carried, and now I want, again, Rayberg got to get in this. He can't sit back and just let him observe. It's making it too much pressure. It's a 6-point game. Why not try to create something defensively? But I like Wilburn. Hey, take the time. They're not rushing me.
Take it strong, a layup missed. Rebound pulled nicely by Childs. Push
Everything got to be to the basket.
Rayberg, back rim, no. Who wants it? Picked off there by Haley.
Understand why he took the shot, but he definitely didn't need to. They got to step up defensively right now and contest this. They're screaming at him right now to pick up. You can't let him just sit and observe. And a quick timeout by Coach Teevan.
He wants a full. It comes at the 2:18 mark. And we're getting down to cases, Goody.
Yeah, I wanted to give us some also scores. At Burbank right now, it's 62-59 over St. Mary's. That's huge. We also in Division II, we got a tie ball game between Sacramento and Whitney, 42-42 apiece.
And what was the Burbank score?
62-58.
over St. Mary's.
Over St. Mary's right now.
Well, that must be fourth quarter.
Yes, everything's in the fourth quarter right now. A couple games have already finished, but I mean, it's some good heated matchups all around the city right now.
And this is in the quarterfinal round. Ooh-wee.
Sheldon landslide right now over Grigori, 96-57.
That's a landslide, yes.
Also, Capital Christian 63, Franklin 54.
Still within reach.
Still within reach in the fourth quarter as well.
Well, this crowd really coming to life now on the Weston Ranch side. They're trying to match that ovation.
Big time. Also, another point to the scoreboard. And you just think the Stockton side is filled, just one corner of the gym right now, and it's a full pandemonium. This is what you want to see in high school sports.
Coylton inbounds to the backcourt. Gets it to Wilburn. Here we go, down the slot. A kick out. Down, another three ball by Haley.
Be ready. He's got a big 12 points in tonight's game.
1:50 to go. Here's a poke away. Rayberg's after it, though.
They got to go quick.
Childs down.
It's his night. It's his night.
Time out, Cosumnes Oaks at the 1:41 as that three ball pulls them within 6.
It's his night, Will. I can't deny it. 24 points. He's given his team everything he's had, and it's been a show from those two guards playing a tandem, and now they're on together. That was really extremely great hustle by Rayberg. As we see the cheerleaders in here, it's been a full pack. We got over 20-plus cheerleaders on one side for Cosumnes Oaks. Then on the other side, we got a 20 crew from Western Ranch. They traveled extremely well tonight.
Tremendous playoff atmosphere and game intensity.
Tremendous.
Let's see some more action here on the replay.
Wilburn taking his time. You see Lindsay knocking it down in the corner. Miss. That's how Johnson got here. Wide open. No box out, but here's Childs looking on. Dead red eye vision. Can't stop me. Good kick. Way to be ready from Haley. I mean, he hasn't been in the offense much, but then Childs responds with a 3 for himself. And it's been... This is everything we wanted. This is the reason why we came to this game, to go and put on the display, and everybody at home, you should be enjoying it, definitely on the edge of your seats, because they put on a show. Both teams are performing at a high level. This is what the playoffs is all about.
No doubt, and for Cosumnes Oaks, Childs and Rayberg have combined for 40.
That's crazy.
A little bit of extended pressure here.
They gotta go. They gotta go. They can't let them rest.
Coylton to Wilburn into the front.
Try to create something, but you can't give up nothing easy if you're Western Ranch. Take care of the basketball. No unnecessary threes. Everything to the basket. And Coach Teven saying, oh!
A tap away from behind. Here's a lead pass to Robinson. It's tapped out, and they'll give it to Cosumnes Oaks.
Yeah, we knew that was going that way. I'm sorry. I could already tell.
1:20 left.
More than enough time. More than enough time.
Miller to inbound.
And I mean, everybody is standing up right now. Everybody's on the edge of their seats.
Into the paint. Miller turns around and hits a J.
Miller right on time, and now we got a 4-point ball game.
Wilburn back to Coylton. 65-61 Western Ranch. Minute to go. Lindsay into the post. Wheel and deal. Down.
Johnson said, this is my house. That's a big-time bucket right there.
Childs kicks out. Jay on the way, a miss. Coylton, tough on the glass. Fouled immediately by Rayberg with 42 seconds left.
Coach Teven is going crazy, and I love the energy. I love it. This is my type of coach. Putting in the work, and then look at all the support behind them from Stockton. I mean, it is full on their side. What more atmosphere could you ask for, especially for Western Ranch, to get this type of support up here in Elk Grove?
No doubt. Coylton
They let
to
the
Lindsay.
wrong person catch the basketball.
There's a reach foul on Billings.
That is the 16th foul call on the Wolfpack.
Not in the bonus yet. Just 16 fouls on the Wolfpack.
And they can't allow players like Lindsay, who just caught it with ease, 70% free throw shooter, to get the basketball.
So the inbound will come from Lindsay near midcourt. Who wants it? Coylton running away from a double, gets brushed. A foul on Robinson.
It was a strong push off there, but
Foul number 7, bonus free throwing upcoming for Myson Coylton.
and a football player just shot it. One of the fans just shot it from the sideline and made it.
Myson Coylton at the stripe, shooting 1-and-1 for the Cougars. 34 seconds left. Big free throws here. Missed. Orban rebounds.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Childs to Miller. Bad pass. And another bad pass. Childs loses the rock. Coylton.
And you gotta get up, you gotta get up.
Stoppage of play. Another official's huddle.
That was a bad no call, and this is exactly what we've been talking about all game, is the no calls lead to plays like this, and player safety is key. You gotta be balanced in how you're calling the game. They definitely can't lose him, but 20 seconds left. We gotta get an official timeout right now because they want to keep him on the ball game. So hopefully CO called a timeout so that they can get him back into the game after the timeout. That was a horrible no call though.
Childs holding the back of his right hamstring there after that fall.
He's had some issues with the hamstring throughout the season that he missed early.
Cougar basketball with 21 seconds left. They're up 6. Now or never for the Wolfpack. Near steal by Robinson. And a whistle, an apparent foul on Robinson. Now this Stockton crowd supporting Weston Ranch, coming to life, sensing an apparent victory. Back rim, no, kept alive. He rebounds it and draws another foul. Big time Johnson coming up with some key plays here in the fourth quarter. He missed up there a moment ago and misses another. 15 seconds, push it hard. Childs, pull up jump shot. Back rim, no. Leaping Childs, taps it. Hartman, a miss. Yanked down by Childs. Ducks a defender and fires away. Down! 3 ball with 1.5. Chris Childs has played superlative.
There's no way this kid is not in the All-Metro rankings when they come out. By far, he's been playing big all year long, and he's playing big here tonight.
They adjust the time on the clock and make it an even 2 seconds. The inbound will come from Coylton under the CO bucket. Snap it in, and a whistle and a foul. Lindsay grabbed it and got fouled with 1.2 on the clock, and he's going to have to hit at least. He's got a double bonus and a timeout taken by head coach Chris Teven and the Cougars.
They got to hit both. It was that simple. Ice the game. I mean, one will ice the game. It's 1.2 seconds left. One will ice the game, but he has to make both because it's all about growth. And you see right now the spirited Cosumnes Oaks cheerleaders, but back to Weston Ranch, I think it's really important that they take a deep breath right now, make these free throws, and ice them as they got a tough opponent, maybe facing Capital Christian.
This quarterfinal round has produced some intense games all the way around the section.
And some hot, oh man, most definitely.
So the Wolfpack onto the floor in dire straits here. On the season, a 70% free thrower, got it. (68-64). And what usually is reserved for the post game is happening now, still with time on the clock, and Lindsay waiting to shoot his next free throw. There's a star right there. Missed number 2, 1.2, intercepted, and that is game ball. It's a wild one as visiting Weston Ranch leads from the outset and withstands a late push by Cosumnes Oaks to notch a 68-64 victory in this boys Division I quarterfinal round ball game. Don't wander off. We've got plenty to come in our post game. Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our players of the game and winning coach when we come back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Stefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer doesn't just change the way you feel, it changes the way you look. From losing your hair, even your eyebrows, to changes in your skin and nails, cancer treatment can rob you of your confidence and self-esteem. But Look Good, Feel Better changes all that. More than 800,000 women have learned how to address the appearance side effects of cancer treatment through our workshops. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a free workshop near you. Let Look Good, Feel Better help you feel like you again.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening in Elk Grove, where here tonight at Cosumnes Oaks High School, a wild one went down to the wire in this boys Division I quarterfinal round playoff game. Weston Ranch of Stockton emerging with a thrilling 68-64 victory over host Cosumnes Oaks in a ball game that went up and down all night long, and this crowd, an overflow crowd, treated to some exceptional basketball play tonight. We have selected our players of the game in tonight's contest. From Weston Ranch, an outstanding performance by junior guard Lindsay, exploding for 24 points, and for host Cosumnes Oaks, a masterful 27-point performance from guard Chris Childs. Lauren Goodman is standing by with our players of the game. Goody?
Well, thanks, Will. I'm over 40 points sitting next to me on both sides. Two juniors playing extremely well. I got to start with the home, Cosumnes Oaks. Really extremely tough game, but you came out on fire, literally. What was your focus and preparation before coming into this game?
Before the game, we were just getting prepared in the small gym with our team. We were just making sure everybody was locked in for this game because it's a big game. It's a playoff game. We've never been here. From last year, 0-12 to this right now. So we're just I'm just blessed, honestly, for this opportunity that we're given.
Now, what got you going? You had 27 points tonight, extremely big game for you. They kind of locked up in the middle, but you kind of naturally just started taking over and making shots. What was it for you tonight?
I just realized at some point that this could either be my last game or we could move on, and unfortunately it was my last game. But I just wanted to go out with a bang, playing my last home game or my last high school game in my gym.
Now, you talked about this team. Well, we've talked about this team all year. You had big wins over Sheldon, big wins over Franklin. I mean, you pretty much were 8-3 on this court before tonight, played extremely well as a team. Can you tell us something about this ball club in Cosumnes Oaks that probably everybody else doesn't know, as they probably doubted you guys all year long?
We all got heart. We're all dogs. All of our players are dogs. We all got heart. So we was all going to play to our full potential every game.
I just want to say to you, congratulations. Keep your head up. You played extremely well. Thank you for being our player of the game. Now, for Western Ranch Cougars, you came out. Danye Lindsay, you played extremely hard. You got out there, 21 points tonight for you. What got you going offensively?
I just wanted to win, so I knew I had to come out attacking, and that's what I did. I wish I could have made a little bit more layups, but my shot was falling, so that was good.
Now your team, your belt dealt with some adversity, kind of started chipping and talking with the fans, and the atmosphere was crazy. What was the huddles like with your team as you guys were trying to rally and make this push?
We were just trying to stay focused and keep doing what we were doing the whole game, just attacking and, I don't know, just staying focused.
Now, I got to talk to you about your team. You guys got a 14 seed, had to play in to get into this playoffs, were able to beat Folsom, winning today. Can you just tell me about how your team feels, maybe like the underdog look, and what are you guys trying to do going the rest of the way?
We felt disrespected by that 14 seed, so we knew we had to come in and, prove a point. So we're trying to win it all. We didn't come here just to play. We're trying to win it all. So.
Well, I can tell your team came in really well. Congratulations again on your performance, 20-plus points. Now I'm here with the man himself, Coach Steven. You were extremely ecstatic. My type of coaching, but you guys definitely picked it up with your energy. How do you feel like you were able to do that tonight?
I mean, we don't have much time left if we lose the game. One thing we always talk about is you got to play hard, you got to play smart, and then if the best games you got to play well. And in these type of games, everybody plays hard. So if you don't have energy, you need to drink a Red Bull or something.
Now, Coach, 20-plus points here. You guys had a balanced attack from your key core. They kind of all brought it. Defensively, you guys made a statement. What is it that you're trying to get across when you guys play defense?
I actually don't even touch the defense. My associate head coach does. He calls it all, man. But we have some just elite defenders, man. The 32, obviously, spearheads it. But 15, when Danier came in to Western Ranch, he was really just a score-first guy. Now he's turned into an elite on-ball defender. Coylton can guard bigs and smalls. Haley was excellent today. And JJ and Cody Weary was huge for us, especially in the first half and second half when Jordan was in foul trouble.
Now, Coach, I got to talk about it. You guys got that 14 seed. Kind of got the short end of the stick. Had to play back-to-back nights against Folsom. What does this schedule that leading up to this moment really say about your ball club?
I mean, at one point we were 4-9. And now this was our 20th win. We're 20-11. That was disrespectful, though, man. They didn't look at who we played. People run and hide sometimes with their teams and stack up all these wins. We never hid from nobody. So we didn't get rewarded for the schedule we had. But I mean, in the playoffs, everything gets exposed. Players, coaching, everything. So we always wanted to be in D1. We always want to play the best, just like we showed in the preseason. There's 4 left. We're one of them.
Coach, you talk about momentum. Your team is finishing it out strong, but you're not there yet. How do you feel, or what do you feel it's going to take for your team to go ahead and get that championship ring?
Just need everyone to be healthy, man. Those dudes are champions. They were champions last year. We just messed around at the beginning of the year. As long as 32 and 15 and 13 and 1 and 2 are on that court, we're good. I feel good.
Sound confident team, Coach. Really great performance. Thank you for chatting me for a little bit. Will.
Well, thanks, Goody. Masterful performance by both of those ball clubs, and a real thriller tonight here at Cosumnes Oaks High School in a ball game that could have gone either way, as Cosumnes Oaks was down by 15 on a number of occasions and still was able to fight back and get close within 4 with about a minute to go, but couldn't come back all the way. Let's take a look at Great Scott's final game totals here on the stats.
Pretty much even, and you see that in the game, 4-point game, really all-out ball performance. Cosumnes Oaks winning the free throw battle, but I think Western Ranch had too much, and in the secondary, I mean, you see the rebounding battle going to Cosumnes Oaks as well, and only 7 and 5 turnovers. That's pretty impressive at this level, but Coach talked about it. When you have big-time players and they're ready to go and they're playing at the level that they're playing at, even if they had a slow start, it's all about how you finish. And both teams had tremendous seasons, but kudos to Western Ranch and how they played tonight.
It was a wild ball game, and we can look back at it where there were several instances that turned out to be very key, and they were plot points. They were basically game changers at that specific moment. It should certainly be noted that one player that came way up for the victorious Western Ranch Cougars, point guard Titus Haley, not a scorer by any means. He's only averaging about a bucket a game. Tonight, a dozen on 4 threes, and they were all backbusters at those moments.
That was huge. And again, he just said it. When he has his core going, when you can get 12 from number maybe 4 offensively in your plan, that's really impressive. And they're clicking on all cylinders right now and really giving some competition and show in the Division I. They're at the bottom of the bracket. It's still a heated battle in the middle of the 4th at Capital Christian. So they'll play the winner out of Capital Christian and Franklin, and they know they're going to have to eventually face Sheldon in that section championship if they don't get stopped by Modesto Christian, because right now it's looking like Modesto Christian's at that top, going to face Sheldon, and then on the bottom we're still waiting for Capital and Franklin, but Western Ranch is going to give them all they have for sure, whoever wins out of that.
I wouldn't want to play them. They're kind of turning the lights out on us here, but we do need to add a couple more details and then tell you what's up next for Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Individual scoring, it should be noted that Lindsay's 22 led the way for Western Ranch, but they got 12 out of Wilburn, who's an exceptional ball player, 10 out of Johnson, and the 12 we mentioned out of Haley. And for Cosumnes Oaks, basically a 2-man show with 24 and 19 respectively for Childs and Rayberg, and late entry for 10 points, Ravenna Miller, off his usual production, but did show 8 of the 10 in the second half. Well, next week, it's going to be an option. We'll see how the final results of tonight shake out, but We'll be covering either a boys Division I or Division II in the semifinal round, and we'll have to hold you in suspense until we do put this all together. But you can best believe that we will select probably the best possible matchup in one of those two divisions, boys 1 or boys 2. Final comment, Goody?
It's playoffs. Playoffs. Win or go home. This is the type of atmosphere that we live for. I'm extremely excited and proud of all the teams in the playoffs, but this is what you want. Sometimes it's tough ones, and sometimes it's all about proving yourselves. I think both teams played extremely well, and they have no reason to hold their heads down for Cosumnes Oaks. Western Ranch, way to get things together down the stretch late.
So it shakes out tonight to be a 68-64 victory for visiting Weston Ranch of Stockton, a terrific ball club. Tough luck for Cosumnes Oaks. They gave it their all. They will have another day. Want to send a special thanks out there to Cosumnes Oaks Athletic Director George Smith for taking care of our broadcast arrangements as he always does. And tip of the cap to my crew, our crew, the crew, Game Director Nick Dunn calling the shots, and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, my colleague Lauren Goodman. I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us tonight and look forward to the next occasion when we can get together. So long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.